Hello! I just made quite an incredible discovery. It's Tuesday! I've been thinking it was Monday since I got up and it's now 12:30 and I found out it's Tuesday by watching somebody's YouTube video who's in New Zealand and they're ahead of us time-wise, and he was saying it's Tuesday. I thought, hang on. Oh, so it is! The only other thing of note that I have to tell you is that I am not like the princess and the pea, because when I woke up this morning I realised I'd been sleeping on a biro all night and hadn't noticed, so there we are. Can you tell? Cabin fever. It's just starting to inch its way in a little bit. Isabel's doing maths and it's Easter Tuesday and it's the holidays, but she wants structure and I want her to do maths, so we're actually just going to do homeschool, kind of, more or less-ish, give or take, a bit relaxed. We're not going to do English this week. I'm going to leave that one, but do the others. Do you ever put things off? Little things, big things, especially little things, and just put them off and put them off, and then the longer you put them off for, the more of an obstacle there seems to be psychologically to actually starting to do it. All I want to do is ring our pharmacist and ask them, is it better at the moment for them if I go and collect prescriptions or if they deliver it to us? That's all I want to do. And I haven't done it. I meant to do it Thursday and it's now Tuesday. To be fair, they probably weren't open over the Easter holiday anyway. Right, I'm going to do it and see what they say. Of course they were engaged, I'll try them later, but at least I've saved their number in my phone now. Do you know, I'm so old school. Things like doctors and hospitals, I keep writing the numbers down in my diary instead of putting it in my phone. Like, Mo, it's 2020. What are you doing? I mean, it's good to have a backup, definitely, it's good to have a backup. So I photograph the diary page with all the phone numbers on in case I lose my diary. No, but I have gradually been putting them in. I'm trying to remember to do it, change the old habits. Our timetable is looking very boring. As you can see, I couldn't be bothered to write a new one. I just used the accidental duplicate printout of last week's one and just Tipex and rewrote the things because there's nothing happening. We're just home all the day. And we're not even bothering to stick to the order now. We're just basically using this as a list of things to do and then colouring through when they've been done. I ordered jigsaw puzzles online last night. It's come to this. I ordered 500-piece ones. I hope that's not going to be too easy. I never do jigsaw puzzles. What I really want is a map of the world one. It'll be educational. And I never remember where things are in the world. I mean, obviously, you know, the obvious ones, but I think I'd quite like to do a map of the world jigsaw puzzle. But they're all like nearly £30 on Amazon, so I didn't really want to part with that much cash. But we went on the works.com and they didn't have any map ones, but for £4 you could get like a 500-piecer, so it was a lot cheaper. Of course, charity shops are out of the question at the moment. The chemists still aren't answering, still engaged, but it's occurred to me they're working reduced hours at the moment during the coronavirus outbreak. So maybe they're just not answering the phone. I'd have thought they'd be still working but just not have the doors open. Because there's no sense in just having a longer lunch break, is there? I don't know. Are you a pharmacist? Do you know about these things? Izzy has been laminating this morning. She's made some phone cover thingies, well, inserts for her transparent phone cover. We'll see if we can persuade her to show us later. Izzy and I are barely getting out, so I'm taking high strength vitamin D from Asda's, and Isabel is taking these chewy ones. Yeah, expensive, but she's a swine when it comes to taking pills, because she already takes so many anyway, she just doesn't want to take any more, so I caved and bought her some enticing gummy bear type vitamins. So there's vitamin D in that one. I couldn't seem to get any just vitamin D, so she's taken the whole lot. She's working her way through a sachet of iron supplement every day and a glass of chilled orange juice, which is quite pleasant, I think. But she's going to run out, which is why I need to get hold of that chemist. I'm going to try them this afternoon because I think they're on lunch. And I'm making coffee, of course. Somebody else has asked me how to use this, so I must make a little video on it, just on that one of these days. I keep meaning to. I've just had this text in from O2, and it looks like even the phone companies are struggling with high calls and not enough staff to deal with it. We're all getting emails all the time from various supermarket chains and service providers, saying that basically they're struggling with demand, but they're doing their best and bear with them, and doing little bulletins about what improvements they've made to services and things. Oopsie. The online grocery shopping situation at the moment is pretty dire. I'm not going to get any more for myself now because I have experienced such trouble trying to get them for my mum. I did the going on at midnight trick last night. I had to wait in a queue to get on the Tesco's website, and I waited and waited. About 15 minutes, I think, something like that. By the time I'd got on, no slots. And then I went to Asda, and I tried the Asda site, and I could get straight on the Asda site, but no slots. Yesterday afternoon, I tried Morrison's for the first time, and it said you're in a queue to get on because of the high volume of traffic to the website, and I waited. Well, I didn't wait, I had it on, and I did some housework. I had the laptop set up in the kitchen, and I was just keeping an eye on it, and got on after about 30 minutes of waiting in this queue. No slots. It's impossible. It's starting to feel a bit worrying, so I might have to get even more creative with delivering food to people. Now, with regards to going out for walks, it's difficult to avoid people completely, and I'm worried about getting in people's slipstreams and breathing in their exhaled air and stuff. So I've been going out in the evenings, sort of about between 8:30 and 9ish. So there's not a lot of light, hence taking the vitamin D pills. But what I did notice last night is the corner shops are still open here. They were definitely still open at 10 to 9 last night, and they were absolutely empty. They were void of life apart from the cashier behind the now cling filmed screen that they've got, this cling film stuck on poles. That's what it looked like from outside anyway. I didn't go in any, so I thought, oh, maybe I'd be better off doing a couple of small shops a week from really small shops rather than trying to brave the supermarkets and getting in those long queues. Because if you're out in a queue for an hour or an hour and a half, you're going to be breathing in people's air. The breath moves around in air currents. You know what it's like if you're walking behind somebody who's been vaping. They could be like quite a long way ahead and you can still smell it. So if you can smell the vape, you can presumably be breathing in the virus particles, can't you? Am I wrong? This is only a guess. I'm not a scientist. You know, I think if you can smell people's perfume and their cigarette smoke, doesn't that indicate how far the air is travelling? The other thing is, of course, I'm acutely aware all the time that I could be an asymptomatic vector myself. I'm having no symptoms whatsoever. I feel great, apart from being in the house all day. Apart from that, I feel great. You know, I'm getting more sleep than ever before. Feeling healthy. But how do I know I haven't got it, you know? So I'm going out and I'm like power walking up all these hills and everything, and I'm trying not to breathe through my mouth because, I don't know, I've kind of got this idea that if I breathe out through my nose, then maybe I won't be like shooting out particles as much. So going out like I don't know if that's just really stupid or not, but none of us really know what we're dealing with, do we? We're just all trying to do our best. I was going out with this knitted scarf on, and I thought that's just ridiculous. The virus is going to get through those chunky knit holes. It'd be so daft, Imo, and I was getting so overheated and it was steaming up my glasses as well. So I need to rethink that a bit. My fresh veg situation is looking like this at the moment. Not a great deal. We do have some fruit though, but there weren't any bananas. I think these mangoes are almost ripe now. Izzy's taking ages to get ready to watch today's science lecture, so I'm going to make a very simple fruit salad for us with this. We're just about to watch a science lecture here on the sofa, aren't we, dearest? Yeah, Izzy says they're on YouTube, actually. I thought they were just on the Royal Institution website, but Izzy says they're all on YouTube as well. Is Ava all right there, Izzy? She's just nudging into you there, look.
She's got a cold.
Loving this particular science lecture. It's all about language and sound production.
You can see here they're using the sound in a really complex, nuanced way.
Caught you licking the plate.
I'm so hungry.
We were too hungry. We had to have toast and potato cakes, didn't we?
And she put cheese on her potato cakes. The audacity!
It was quite nice though. I'm missing this now. I'll leave a link in the description for you. They've got a professional cockroach wrangler. What a job!
That's how insects get air into their body for respiration, how they're getting oxygen in and carbon dioxide out. It just diffuses into the holes.
They're looking at a singer's larynx. I'm going to get her to sing and look at her larynx with an endoscope. Izzy's now onto the cold cauliflower left over from yesterday's dinner because she's starving. I'm in this extreme position because I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil. I didn't want to miss it. I was just massively impressed, Isabel. They were talking on the video about how fast can you move your body. It was related to the larynx moving. And they were demonstrating how fast they could all clap. And I showed Isabel my old school days trick that I made up for how fast I could clap. In my school days, obviously you had school skirt and bare legs, so that would make quite a good clapping sound. So I used to be in like assembly or whenever we might need to clap, and then I'd go like this. Are you ready for this? She was so impressed.
I tried to do it, but I couldn't.
You can do it. You can do the fast emo clap.
If you can believe, you can achieve.
Grandad had a school days trick as well, didn't he? For getting around saying rude things and not getting told off by the teachers.
I can't do it!
Can you remember what Grandad's trick was with the ball?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say it.
I don't think it's that rude. I think we can say it on our channel.
But I'm not going to say it because I have a pure...
I think it was probably primary school age. He was rude. He'll be watching this now going, oh no, oh, the humiliation. So what him and his mates used to do is they used to throw a ball up and go, catch it! And they were very pleased with themselves and they thought they were very clever.
You're going to have to bleep it because you can't beep.
It's catch it. Catch it. You know, catch the ball. Yeah, that was a good one. Good one, Dad. Yay! Now it's shared with the world. Well, I was going to snuggle down and do history with Izzy for an hour, but I can't get through to the pharmacy on the phone. Just, I don't even know if the number's not working or what, but it's doing the user busy tone all the time. And it's been ages now. We could do with that prescription. So I'm going to go and brave it in person. Right, I'm pretty pleased with my own resourcefulness here. Old Muslin Square. Watch. Walk down the road, like, chill. And then you see another human, and then... What do you think, Iz?
He looks like a highwayman. See, he looks like a highwayman.
Wish me luck, Iz.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'll leave that camera because I've got my GoPro in here. I got prescription. I got final gloves.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Wet wipes.
Wipes.
And there's a little alcohol rub thingy in here somewhere.
Hey,
oh no, that's in my coat pocket. Right, see you later, bye. I was going to say I haven't seen any humans yet, but the rest I'm coming now. Quick. Off we go. I'm smiling away at people and wondering why they're not smiling back, and of course it's because I've got my face covered. They can't see I'm smiling. Oh well, might as well crush some candy on here. There we are, hands washed, my mask, in inverted commas, in the washing machine. It's quite soggy now from being breathed into. The stuff from the pharmacy I've kind of quarantined. I've like gingerly lifted it out with a wet wipe and just placed it there for a few days before we open it. Oh, well I hope wet wipes at least help a bit. I'm hoping they'll destroy the lipid membrane on the virus, but I'm not entirely sure. Do they have alcohol in? They do have a bit of alcohol in, but whether it's enough to kill a virus, I don't know. Honestly, does anybody know? Wet wiped my GoPro after I finished filming myself with it. What a great big enormous faff every time you go out the door, isn't it? Taking your shoes off, getting your coat off and putting that somewhere safe. Mine's still chucked on the floor actually. I'll be probably washing my hands after I've hung that up as well. Oh man. Oh. The overhead. Oh, by the way, I had a little chat to the lady behind the counter in a visor. They've all got visors now. This was an update from the last time I went to the pharmacy. All of them had these see-through transparent visor things attached to headbands. Anyway, the lady said, because I asked her, do they prefer if we have deliveries or go in and collect, and she said come in and collect because the delivery service is overwhelmed. But if you're in good health and no symptoms, go in and collect it, she said. That's just our local one. In chemists, in a dispensing chemist, you can hear people talking about date of birth and address and stuff, so I didn't feel right about filming in there. So, and also when there's so few of you in there and there's literally somebody in charge of opening and shutting the door in a visor, you kind of feel like you don't want to get a camera out. So I just took a snapshot of my feet so you could see what was written on the floor. It's 4:15 now. I'm going to do some history with Izzy. We've just had a lovely time spending an hour going through this book, and look at the position Isabella's been listening in.
It's very comfy.
With a duvet.
It's comfy.
She's starving now. She's demanding food.
I'm not demanding.
I'm starving as well, actually. So I'm going to go and do some jacket potatoes with some sort of veg.
Very early for us.
It is, yeah. Well, heaven knows how this is going to turn out. It's tinned red kidney beans, leftover olives that were in the fridge, mushrooms which are seriously past their best in the fridge, and some soy sauce, nutritional yeast flakes, bit of oregano. I've been microwaving some very big jacket potatoes. I think they're probably done by now. And I've been watching this very, very interesting video by Dr. John Campbell. He's a retired critical care nurse, and he's been on YouTube for years and years and years. He's pretty well acclaimed, actually. And he's done a video today on asymptomatic spreaders, which is very interesting. So today is Tuesday, 14th of April. I've actually shut the door to the kitchen. Izzy asked me could I shut it, so I did. And I just went in to get my camera and found she's put horrible histories on. Doing about the Tudors has just totally re-inflamed her passion for Tudor history, so that's presumably what she's up to. It's 7:15 in the evening. That dinner was unexpectedly delicious. I just gone on the BorrowBox app, which is connected to the library, and I've just borrowed an audiobook for the first time ever. And it's my intention that tomorrow Izzy and I will listen to it whilst doing some kind of extended art project at the table, because I really need to start changing things up a bit. All this book learning is just too samey, so we're going to get physical tomorrow. This one's about species diversity and origins of. It's a book which apparently argues with the theory that species diversity was to do with the continental drift. It's taking species with them and then diversifying therefore onwards. So this is disputing that and talking about other ways that creatures could have got around the globe and set up, evolving on individual islands. I'll let you know how that goes. It might be too grown up for Izzy, we'll see. It's an adult one, it's from the adult section, so it might be too much for her. We'll see though. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!